Right. Welcome to our verbal reasoning. Um, welcome to our non-verbal reasoning lesson today. Um, Verbal reasoning is basically a paper or questions that you're going to be asked in 11 plus. So if you're going to be doing 11 plus or you're going to be doing your year 7 entrance exam to grammar school, obviously they're going to be asking you about verbal reasoning questions. So today we're going to be focusing on the odd one out. We're going to be looking at shapes, for example, the ones that are in front of you here. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be looking at the trying to pick the odd one out. Okay. So I'm going to take you through this example. Then I'm going to give you 10 questions to try, and then we're going to go over them quickly. I'm going to say that when you're given questions on picking the odd one out, you need to be looking at things like the coloring that is in. You need to be looking at the number of sides of the shape. You need to be looking at if there is any rotation, any reflection, so things like that. So to make that clear, we're just going to go over a couple of questions now. Okay. So this one says each of the questions below has 5 figures. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures. Find which figure in each row is most unlike the others. So which one is different from the others? Okay. So if you want to pause the video and just try figuring out which of these figures here is the odd one out. Okay, hope you've tried it. Right, so what I normally do is to look at what is the same in each of these shapes. This is a square, that's a circle, that's a pentagon, this is a hexagon, and that's a triangle. So in terms of what the shapes are, they're all different. Now, the other thing I could see is that these ones have got lines, they've got sides. So this one's got 4 sides, straight lines are sides. This one doesn't have a side. These ones have got 5 sides or 5 lines. So even if I look at the sides, they're just all different. This one has got 4 sides, this one doesn't have. This one has got 5 sides. So even the number of sides is just different. But what I can now do is to look at the coloring, look at the shading. I can see this one is not shaded. This is just basically blank. But these ones have got black shading in them. Okay, so the inside part has been colored black. So with that coloring in mind, I can see that the right answer is going to be B. So B is the odd one out. It doesn't have the black coloring. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna pause the video and pick the odd ones out in question 1 and question 2. Odd one out in question 1 and in question 2. Okay, hope you tried that. Right, so with these shapes here, one thing I see the same about them, they are all arrows and they all have dots in them. Okay, some arrows are facing up. This is facing up, that's facing up. And that's facing up as well. But these two are facing down. So it's not to do with where the arrow is facing. It's not to do with that because they're all facing different places. Okay. However, if I look at the dot that's inside, this dot is black, and that's black, and that's black, and this is black as well. It's only this one that's got a blank dot in it, a white one inside there. So D is the odd one out there. Okay. If I look at the stars here at the bottom, I can see that they are all stars in the same direction. They also have something like a diamond inside, like a heart in there. Now, this heart has got some lines in it. This one's got some lines in it. This one as well, that one, that as well, and that's well. So they all have hearts. And each of these hearts, they've got lines, diagonal lines. So it's just difficult to see which one is different just by looking. However, if I look at the lines carefully in the heart, this one is diagonal that way. Okay, so this one, the diagonals are going that way, in that direction. Okay, now with this one, the diagonals are also going the same direction. And this one, they're going the same direction. And in this one, they're going that way. However, when you get to this, I can see the diagonals are going the other way around. Okay, so it is the orientation of the diagonals, okay, that are in the heart. So therefore, E is the odd one out. Okay, so if you want to pause your video quickly and then try question and then mark your work. Okay, so right, so let's move on then. Right, so before we move on, I'm just going to remind you that I'm still doing videos. I'm still uploading more and more 11 plus videos for you. I've got the maths videos for 11 plus for your 7 entrance exam. More are coming. I'm just doing more and more for you to help you pass your coming test soon. So then you can go to your grammar school or you can get that independent school that you're looking for. However, these videos, they take a lot of time and resources to make them. So I've been depending on people donating to me in my account. And I'm so glad for those that have contributed already, those that are constantly donating and sending something little in my bank account. And I'm encouraging every single person as well. So then we carry on doing these videos without charging anybody. I don't want to ask people to subscribe or to pay money before they can watch them. However, if you donate, then it's going to make my life really easy in terms of creating time to do these videos, in terms of buying the resources that are needed to do this. So people have been contributing, any amount really. Some are contributing £1 the account, others £2, some are contributing 5, 10. I'm just seeing different types of, different amounts of money being contributed into my account, and I'm just so glad. So I'm encouraging you to, use my bank account that is here, which is just basically in the yellow. This one here, that's my name there. That's the bank account you can use to transfer money into. Another thing is that you could do online transfer. Yeah, you can do online transfer like that using this account details, or you can basically just walk into the nearest Trustways account and just deposit anything you have. Could be £2, could be £5. If you want to do direct debit or 1 month, set up a monthly payment of £2 or £1, anything will really be appreciated. If you do that, I would really prefer if you can just send an email so then I can thank you in a special way. Okay. If you're a student or a child who is watching these videos and you want to contribute, you might want to talk to your mom or talk to your dad, who can then use these account details to contribute on your behalf. Okay, so we're just encouraging you to contribute so then we can do more videos and we can just keep them out there for people to use without charging them. Okay, right, so we're gonna go back to our lesson. Let's pause the video, try question 3 and 4 quickly. Pause the video, try question 3 and 4. You are picking the odd one out. You're picking the odd one out. Okay, hope you've tried them. Right, so looking at question 3, I'm really stuck with this one because I can see that they just all look different. This is a circle, there's a triangle, there's a square, rectangles there, semicircles there, and they just seems to have different equations in them. Okay, but there's something I noticed is that with this one here, this shape on the left, so this shape here, so this shape number 1 is just the same as shape number 2. If I cut this into 2, this shape will just fit into this one. Exactly. Now, if I look at this shape number 1 and number 2, this will not fit into that, and that will not fit into that. So there's something funny about that. If I look at number 3, see, shape number 1 and shape number 2 will just fit on each other. So if I cut this thing off like that, and then I flip it, they will just basically fit into each other. Okay. Now this one again, obviously, this rectangle will just fit into that one perfectly, and this semicircle here will just fit into that perfectly. Okay. So with that, I can see that B is the odd one out. This one will not fit into that. Okay. Right, with this one here, looking at this one here, I can see that there's this black here and the gray one. There is this black one and the blank white one here, and so on. So they seem to have blacks and whites and grays, just random stuff. But what I noticed in this one is that the black is overlapping the gray one. So the black is covering the gray one, it's in front. This one, the black is not covering the other one, it's not at all. This one, the gray one is covering, is overlapping the black one. Here, the white one is covering, is overlapping the black one. This one, the black one, is overlapping the gray one. So it appears to me that one shape has to be in front of the other one. One should be in front, the other one should be at the back, overlapping it. So with B, the black and the white, they're just on separate. They're not overlapping each other. So B is the right answer for that. Okay. So if you just pause the video again and mark the answers are just in front of you. Okay, hope you're done well on that one. So if you move to number 5, question 5 and 6, move to question 5 and 6. Okay, hope you've tried that. Question 5 looks a bit complicated. When I look at it, I was so scared how to do it. But there's something I just noticed that each one of them seems to have the arrow that's in there. So there's this arrow there, there's that arrow, there's that arrow, there's that arrow. And I notice that this arrow seems to be pointing at the gray semicircle. On this one, the arrow is pointing at the gray semicircle. On that one, the arrow is pointing at the gray semicircle. On that one, however, this one, the arrow is pointing at the black. And this one, pointing at the gray. So it's to do with where the arrow is pointing. The arrow must point at the gray semicircle. But with this one, it's pointing at the black. So 5D is the odd one out. Okay. Now, looking at question 6, there's something special. I notice again that all of them are having arrows here. And they're just different shapes. I've got squares there, circles, squares, circles, and squares. So I'm confused. But there's something I notice that's the same. Now with this one, this circle is touching this circle on the right-hand side. So this arrow here is touching the circle on the right-hand side of the shape. Now this one again, the arrow is touching the square on the right-hand side. And this one as well, the arrow is touching the circle on the right-hand side of the shape. And this one here, the arrow is touching the square on the right-hand side. So the arrow must touch a shape on the right-hand side. Now with this one, if I look at the right-hand side one, the arrow is not touching it. So A is not the right one. Okay, so A is wrong. So I'm gonna mark you up quickly. Okay, hope you done well on that one. Let's move on to question 7 and 8. Wow, so question 7 and 8, again, question 7 is a bit tricky looking at it. If you want to pause the video and try 7 and 8. Pause the video and try question 7 and 8. Okay, right, so this was really difficult for me. I looked at it and I was thinking about line of symmetry, and I was trying to divide this into 2 like that, in the middle, something like that, and this one as well. But then it was only working for these two. This doesn't seem to be working, even though this side seems to be the same as that side, but they're different. This one doesn't have a line of symmetry, neither is that. So then I got really, really stuck. But there's something I noticed, something really special I noticed, very, very hidden, which I don't know whether you've also noticed. This is what I noticed. Now, if I look at this side that has been chopped off, and I look at this side that's been chopped off, I can see that they're identical. So if I cut this one off here, and I fit it there, they fit really nicely. So let me just put this line here. So if I do that, and if I do that, this and this one will fit nicely. So if I color that in, these ones are just the same stuff, same thing. Those ones, they're the same. They'll fit on each other nicely. Okay. Or if I put them, they're gonna make like a shape that has got line of symmetry. Okay. Now this one here, if I draw the line again, down all the way, and I draw a line there, you can see that this rectangle here is just the same as that. So they can fit on each other perfectly. Okay. If I do the very same thing, the side has been chopped off there, and I do the same here, this one here will also fit on each other nicely. Okay. And the same as this one. However, when it comes to this is not going to fit nicely, because even if you draw the line, let me draw the line properly and just try to, if you color that in, and if you try to do this, and you color that in, these are not going to fit, because this one has got only 3 sides. So 1, 2, 3 sides, isn't it? But this one has got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So they will not fit exactly on each other. Okay, so E is the odd one out there. Now coming to question 8, I noticed that the first level here got 1, 2, 3. The second level has got 1, 2. The third level got 1. So it's as if the levels are going up 1 less than the bottom one. So this is 3, and that's 2, and that's 1. So that's going up like that. In this one, I've got 4, I've got 3, I've got 2, I've got 1. So it's as if you're going up, is 1 less. So that's going to be 4. I've got 3 there, I've got 2, and I've got 1. Perfect. Then with this one, I've got 3, I've got 2, I've got 1. With this one in level 1, I've got 3 shapes. Here I've got 2 shapes. Here I've got 3 ovals, or 3 shapes. 4. And this one I've got 3, and this one I've got 1. Okay. So with E, there's a problem. From 4 to 3, then we're making it to 1 is not. So should have gone to 2 first. Okay. So basically A, B, C, and D are all right, but E is not. Okay. The 3 should have become a 2 at the top, not just a 1 like that. Let's pause your slide. Pause the video and try question and mark your work, please. Pause the video and mark your work. Right, so hope you done well on that one. Let's do the last bits, question 9 and 10. So do question 9 and 10. Okay, hope you try that. Now with question 9, I can see one thing quickly. I can see that the right hand side of the shape has got a triangle there. The right hand side of the shape has got a triangle there, but this one doesn't, but this one has a triangle and that one has a triangle. So here what you need to do is to look for the right hand side. Right hand side here has got a triangle, that's got a triangle, this has a triangle, and that's a triangle. It's to do the left hand side of the shape. I mean the right hand side. Okay. So you're looking for the right hand side. So the right hand side here is a triangle. This one has got a triangle. This one has a triangle on the right. The triangle on the right. But this one here doesn't have the triangle on the right. It's got a square. So it's to do with where your triangle is. The triangle must be on the right hand side. That's all. Right, so question 10. This is a bit tricky. Look at it. But what I notice is that if I count the number of dots inside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 dots on this. Okay. Now when you count the number of sides, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 sides. So if you have 7 dots inside, you're having 8 sides on the shape that is inside. Okay, now let's see whether this one works with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 dots inside. The number of sides is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to start. Let me start from that end. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 dots and 6 sides. Now let's see this one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 dots inside. What about the sides? Starting from that one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 sides. What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 dots or 4 circles inside. The sides are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got 7. There's something weird about that. This one has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots. And the circle and the sides inside are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now you should have noticed a pattern now, isn't it? That if you have 7 dots, the size you're having is 1 more than the 7, so it's 8. If you're having 6 dots, the sides are 1 more, that's 7. If you're having 5 dots, the sides are 1 more, which is 6. So with this one now, you can see that if I have 5 dots, I should have had 5 sides, but here I've got 7 on the inside. So therefore, this is the odd one out. Okay. Right, so if you mark your work quickly. Okay, well done. So hope you've done well on that one. So this is going to be our last, this is going to be the end of this session.